I'm sick of the boundaries, I know what you're thinking. I just want an escape, I just want an escape. My friends say I'm crazy, but they just don't know me. Sometimes I'm depressed, self-destructive and lonely. I dwell on the heartbreak that breaks every bone in me. I swear if I don't sleep tonight, I'll probably never sleep again. I'm turning in this room, trying to make some sense of it. Head underwater, I'm starting to sink in. I'm sick of the boundaries, I know what you're thinking. I just want an escape. I'm sick of the mistakes, but tell me that it's too late. I can't seem to shake this pressure on my back. This year I face so much and it's fucked up, but I fight back. I won't be a slave to my conscious, anxious, fucked up mind. I swear if I don't sleep tonight, I'll probably never sleep again. I'm turning in this room, trying to make some sense of it. Head underwater, I'm starting to sink in. I'm sick of the boundaries, I know what you're thinking. I just want an escape. I'm sick of the mistakes, but tell me that it's too late. These circumstances and obstacles anchor me down from moving forward. Floating still, my eyes fixed at the surface. I'm running out of breath. Head underwater, I'm starting to sink in. Head underwater,
Underwater.
starting to sink in.
I'm starting to sink in.
Head
And
underwater,
underwater.
starting to sink in.
Starting to sink in.
Head underwater,
And underwater.
starting to sink in.
Just another Covina band that broke up after releasing like one song that I really liked. And they were like, you know what? That's the pinnacle, baby. That's the pinnacle. No need to even try anymore. We did it. That's all we came here for. No worries, no need. Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Ryan Van Vliet. I'm the other half of the whole effing show. We got ourselves a fun-filled, action-packed, hold on to your seats, hold on to your butts. What an amazing ride we're all in for tonight. And I'm a better man for having everyone here. And I'm also a better man for having someone join me. Zachary, how are you tonight, my friend? I didn't switch the name. So when everyone reads it, it says just Geezy. When everyone sees that, when everyone says, what's Geezy? There's no question mark. I mean, that's exciting. How does that look for everybody? Zach, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm tired. Did yard work all day. Got some tan. But other than that, we're good.
You made it. I mean, that's all that matters is you made it. Like, everybody survived. Everybody made it. I'm here. I got some pre-workout that I'm about to start scissorping on. Full disclosure, limited topics right off the bat. I got to be honest. Today was one of the busiest work days of my career. I don't know what happened. I don't know what, like, I'll just say it, in the freight forwarding industry, Fridays are the busiest days because everybody's like, we got to get our stuff taken care of before the weekend. And
Was Yeezy. I mean,
was good.
Bitches, you blind. Take my wife, better be money all the time.
Money all the time.
Nathan Weller, thank you so much, sir. I do appreciate that. And yeah, it really was like this, oh my gosh, why does everybody need stuff right now? Can't you guys just wait until Friday? But Monday's Labor Day. So everybody was like, a lot of people were taking this day, tomorrow off. They're done. So mentally, I'm checking out. I'm done. Tomorrow is my Saturday. I will be there. I will be working. But oh my goodness, I'm going to be useless tomorrow. There's going to be no way that I'm going to do anything productive. And probably not. That's what I say. And then I'll get in and there'll be like 16 emails that are like all immediate. And then there'll be 49 other emails that I'm like, I'll read these at the end of the day. And hopefully nobody gets mad at me because that's just how I live my life these days. So I think it's pretty obvious what we need to get into first. Last night, the whole effing draft. Oh my goodness, what a time. Back and forth. I was a little nervous drafting with Kevin like in front of my face because I'm a very secretive, like I said last night on the stream, I'm Bill Belichick. Like, I don't like anybody to know what my strategy is. Like, I have cameras set up.
Catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Dumb things.
And I'll do dumb things again.
again.
Thank you so much for the host. Thank you for, thank you so much for the Nathan Weller for the Joe Biden. I've done some dumb things. And shake that a little bit, get some pre-workout. Ultimate Warrior!
Go on, catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Thank you for the host. I don't know why I'm not seeing who's actually doing the hosting. It's probably me covering something up like an idiot. But it's all good. We'll let it roll tonight. But yeah, so this is some pre-workout. Oh, I got a Ultimate Warrior impression. Thick had the best fantasy draft by far. I don't remember who all Thick got. I know that I am very, 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 very satisfied with what took place last night in regards to Team Vleeties. I feel like the team that I picked, now, like I said, I don't like drafting if people can hear me because I have like cameras set up in other people's war rooms. I'm on the phone with like Adam Schefter, like texting him like, hey, who's most likely to get COVID this year? Like, I'm doing that behind closed doors. Like, I'm a very, very sketchy football person. Like, I don't, like, the other night in the draft, everyone is arguing about, oh, centers in the NBA aren't great athletes. I don't care. I just want points. I think that's what I don't get is people are always like, oh, you know, like, when I think of my favorite players in every sport, it's never the most athletic, God-gifted human being. It's always like nowadays especially, it's always like, I liked Kurt Schilling. You know, he's probably on steroids. We're not really sure. He had the bloody sock allegedly. People think that he was using a Sharpie. We got to double hydrate. It's time. Double hydrate on the grape pre-workout. I am LeMay P. King James. Or what does he say? I am Lamau P. King James, and I bend to no one except our motherland of China. Yeah, LeBron James staying at it again. 20% of the NBA is registered to vote, which I thought was shocking. So yeah, I got some trade requests from Kevin Scampoli already. The first one I didn't have time to click on because I probably would have pulled the trigger. He was like straight up Kenyon Drake because he doesn't know who that is. He was like Kenyon Drake, straight up for Amari Cooper, and I was like,
I would have done it, man.
But he did it when I was sleeping. That's like a smart move to me. Like, I'm sleeping a lot, so if you put that in there, I'll be out. There's been very few times. The only times where I am like awake, and this league doesn't have it, but is the waiver wire snipe, where I will be like waiting there at like 2 a.m. like, yes, I got who I needed, and then I'll make some moves, and then I'll put a trade request in. Yeah, Kevin wants to go straight up with me. Juju Smith-Schuster and Evan Ingram. Wow, for Amari Cooper. So, oh, that's actually not bad. He doesn't like Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, here's the problem. Is Big Ben serious about football right now? Because I feel like these last 2 years, he hasn't really been committed. He doesn't really want it. And I like Evan Ingram. I think Evan Ingram is probably the most underrated tight end in football. But he's got Daniel Jones throwing to him, who I'm not a massive fan of. Like, I know that some people believe he's like the second coming of Eli Drake. I couldn't think of anybody good at football. He's like the second coming of Eli Drake.
Vleeties is
rating with a party of 13.
What is going on, bro?
Kamehameha! That was from Thicks for Life as well. Getting those Ultimate Warrior impressions. Yeah, I thought this draft... Okay, I'm going to have to think about this Kevin trade, though, seriously. So here's what's going to happen is I'm going to go back to it. I bet it's gone in 3 minutes. Because Kevin's watching. He's listening right now. And I know that he's not going to do it. So today, I guess we could break news right here on Vleeties. I don't know if it was going to be a shock to everybody. Nathan Weller. The tan. I meant to make that a sounder today. If everyone didn't need their freight moved immediately, that would have been all I did today. The tan was needed, not wanted. Because that's a great moment from last night. If you are listening to the whole, or if you listen to me, you should be also listening to the whole effing show. If you go onto Apple Podcasts, it's there. Spotify, it's there. Twitch.tv/TWFS. Kevin is live on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'm with them on Wednesdays. So that's when you get to hear the whole effing show. So going through my draft, immediately I'm like, my first pick was Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I know went to LSU. Okay, we all know he went to LSU. Boo! Thank you, Nathan Weller. Oh my goodness, that is outstanding. Vleeties doesn't know what happened. Let's keep it that way. All right, we can do that. So looking at my team, Cam Newton has already been announced as the starter for the Patriots. I don't know if that was a shock for everybody. We all kind of knew it was going to happen. He's only playing for like $1 million, which is kind of astounding. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Only $1 million.
in the NFL, that's like if he was like if
You
he,
sound like LeBron right now, okay?
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like in the NFL, that's like he's starting, like he's saying like that's minimum wage. He's getting $7.25 an hour. He's like, what the hell? Like, I was making $19 an hour last week. Now I'm at $7.25 an hour. What's going on here? This isn't fair. This is a pay gap. So, Cam Newton, by the way, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be great. I think it's a perfect fit. I think you put him on a team where they can kind of control that personality of Cam Newton. You want Cam to be Cam on the field, but when he's doing those press conferences, you just need he could pull off a Bill Belichick. Thank you so much, Nathan Weller. I haven't heard that song in a while, and it was needed, not wanted. So, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm worried because I didn't know much about him other than Peter King is blowing loads over this guy. Everybody loves Clyde Edwards-Helaire like he's the second coming of Juju Smith-Schuster. And I don't know, am I crazy? I watched him play at LSU and I thought he was fine, but am I supposed to believe that this guy from LSU is just going to destroy the league? Everybody's saying that he's going to be outstanding, but now I'm hearing he's going to be splitting carries with Darrell Williams. What's your take on this rookie sensation, Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
He went to Kansas City, right?
Yeah, I got a Chief. Yeah,
Okay.
Vleeties is
Vleeties.
rating with a party of 13. What is going on,
Thank
bro?
you, Imagine. I got a bunch of Chiefs. Like, when I looked at my draft grade from Yahoo, they were not impressed. They were like, somebody likes Kansas City. And I only have two. Like,
Well, I have one. I have the one, though.
You got Mahomes?
I got my homie.
Yeah, so what do you think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire, though, before we move on? Is this guy going to stand out? Is he a bust?
I think that ranking is all just he went to Kansas City. I don't think it's... I mean, he was good. He was good on LSU. I mean, he's a good running back, but he's not Zeke or Saquon.
You're saying...
But I think it's just he's going to be in a way better offense where... is he a pass-catching running back? I don't even know.
You know what? You're asking the wrong guy because I just learned his name. So that's the thing is...
yeah, I'm asking his owner. I don't know why that's the wrong guy.
Hey, a wrong guy as far as I'm not... I own him as far as I drafted him, but yeah, I don't know much.
Number one overall. Drafted him number one.
Michael Thomas was gone because of Hambino. Hambino, like, he's like me. See, you notice how he wasn't live on Twitch. He was in his own draft room, like, really quiet. He probably had a Hambino, I know you. He probably had a blunt this long and that fat, and he was probably just sitting there toking away like it was a cigar, and he was like, like he was doing that. He got Michael Thomas, and he was snickering his way to the bank. So no, I'm looking here. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think, is a fine first-round pick. I just don't know that much about him other than LSU. He balled out, but everyone balled out at LSU. It's like hard to go, like. It's like those Alabama teams. They're always these amazing teams that Alabama wins a national championship with, and then you got to like kind of cherry pick who's actually going to make it in the NFL and who is the guy with the hot girlfriend in the crowd. What was that guy's name? McCarron? Like, see, no, like nobody even knows. Like AJ, like you're kind of like, okay, am I going to get a Trent Richardson or am I going to get a Derrick Henry? So college is tough. College is tough to just pull these guys out. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire, according to all these Yahoo experts, Peter King, I'm sure Matt Floria had something to say. I'm sure Marcellus Wiley and that show's fake, right? Emmanuel Ott, speak for yourself. That's the only sports show I've been watching recently. because they're everyone on there is black, so it's like there's no way I can be racist watching this, and they don't talk down to me for being white, which I like. So because I think all three of them kind of know, like, yeah, we're wearing really nice suits, we're pretty well off. So like I feel like they're not condescending to me like Shannon Sharp yelling at me like, oh, Trump's America, we're in it now. Why would you vote for him again? So yeah, they all love him. So I'm going to roll on the Clyde Edwards-Helaire train. And then second pick, now when I'm talking about like in what order I drafted these guys, I am not impressed. Because Joe Mixon is like a heartbreaker. But have you ever been one of these guys that's had Joe Mixon and you're like, I'm going to ride this train to the end, baby?
I feel that way. I got Nick Chubb this year, and that's how I feel about him. I feel like everybody talks about him, but during the season, like I don't see it. So I don't know. I feel that same way about my Nick Chubb pick, but yeah, I feel it like Joe Mixon always gets talked up. Maybe it's because I've never had him. Like I just haven't paid attention to him. I don't know.
And it could be like I know that I've had him. I've had him once before. I think I had him his rookie year, which was like a good year to get him because I got him really late. He beat up. There was like anger issues, like, oh, we can't have. You're not allowed to get Joe Mixon because he's a head case. He's a wild card, baby. Like nobody really knew if he was going to be safe to get. Meanwhile, I was like, dude, if you can carry the ball, let's go. Let's run it. I would love to watch. So I was a fan of that. But I feel like the next year when I had him, he was a bust. He's been in the league for a few years now, so he's not a new guy. However, he did sign a 4-year, $48 million contract extension. So that shows that they're invested in this guy. Didn't he hit a girl? That's what Nathan Weller in the chat. Didn't he hit a girl? I'm pretty sure he did. I think that's kind of what it was he got in a fight with a female. And you don't hit a female, bro. We all know that. It's basic thugonomics. And yeah, it looks like he got in a fight with a girl at a bar or something. But come on, what did she do? Did she do anything to deserve it, Joe? I didn't hear the whole story, but I think you're forgiven. He escaped cancel culture. So yeah, Joe Mixon. I thought like it's an okay pick. I just always fall into that like, dude, Joe, don't you dare screw me. Don't you dare beat me up at a bar like you did that woman. I need you to come through for me and make it work. I'm just pulling off a long strand of hair from my own head, and I don't have much hair right now. So this fantasy team, I'm happy with it. But again, when I'm reviewing my picks, I'm like, uh-oh. I did get a B+. You got the A, right? You had the highest draft grade according to Yahoo Sports.
Oh, did I? I didn't even check. Usually I do, too. I'm a nerd like that. And I know the draft grades don't mean shit. I mean, they really don't.
Well, there were guys...
But
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go first.
Yeah, I was going to say there's guys that I didn't get specifically because I was worried about the Yahoo draft grade. Like I got Robert Woods because I drafted Robert Woods, number 1 or 2 receiver in Los Angeles for the Rams. So I was like, okay, I'm looking at Robert Woods who was projected to go like pick 60 or something, but I wanted Deebo Samuel who was projected to go like pick 90. So I was like, if I pick Deebo Samuel, they're going to call me an idiot. But I don't want Robert Woods, but he's better on paper than Deebo Samuel because I look at Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, like they share too many passes. It was why Stephon Diggs had to leave Minnesota. You can't have two of these amazing guys. Matty Spice redeems the Ultimate Warrior. Geezy took my players. Fuck you. Anything to say to Matty Spice?
Dude, I don't know, man. Nathan, we talked about the trade. Nathan proposed to me. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just checked right now, and I did get an A-.
See?
Did you just say you wanted Deebo Samuel?
Yes, I did. I think you got him the next round. Like it was legit.
That was my stretch pick.
Yeah, because he was ranked like 190. Like I'm like, why? This guy's amazing. Why are we not? Well, like I don't get it. Why do I not have Deebo Samuel? Like why do they want me to get Robert Woods? Like who is the expert that's telling me? I guarantee you they have the same amount of points at the end of the year anyway. I just like Deebo Samuel's upside more than Robert Woods' ceiling. And these are terms that I learned from Michael Fabiano. So it was unbelievably agitating when the Yahoo does kind of look down on you, like no matter what you do, because it even says like, got a lot of Chiefs there, huh? Somebody likes the champs. And I'm looking at my roster like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Travis Kelce. Those are my 2 Chiefs. Oh, and I think I also have the Chiefs defense. So I have 3 Chiefs. And the only reason I picked the Chiefs defense is because they're playing at home on a Thursday game to open the season against Houston. So I was like, dude, that's got to be 15 defensive fantasy points. Like, I'll take it. Like, that's the only reason I picked them. And I got them in the final round. So it's not like, or I got them in the second to last round. So it's not like I need to get, oh yeah, I need to make sure I get the Chiefs defense. Yeah. I normally, when I pick a defense, and here's my strategy for everyone now that our draft is over, late bye week, easy matchups in the first 3 weeks. Like, that's my strategy for picking a defense because I stream the shit out of them. So, like, the Chiefs, I'm not even going to touch that until week 10 probably when their bye comes up, because I'm looking at Houston, I'm looking at the Chargers, and then I am looking at Baltimore, which is like, that's going to be tough. They're projected to get 5 points on a Monday night game in Baltimore, but hopefully they can pull a Tennessee Titans and just shock the world on that fucking incredible offense. So either or. I didn't think I was a huge Chiefs guy, but according to Yahoo, it was like the only thing that stuck out about me. Because I'm even looking like, I got 2 Rams. I got, DJ Chark is my favorite receiver that I have. I got Amari Cooper. Got a Cowboy. I wish I had more Cowboys because realistically, I'm going to be watching most of the Cowboys games this year. So I kind of wish I was a little more like aiming to get my Cowboys. So, and not my Cowboys like they're my favorite team, but they probably are. There's no way they wouldn't be, right? Let me see.
So you got to tell me why all the people are shitting on me for having AJ Brown.
From the Titans?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think when you think of the Tennessee Titans, they're still lacking that Kenny Britt. They're missing their main like number 1 star. Like, nobody from the Titans is going to be on a video game. Like, that's kind of their problem. So like AJ Brown is almost there, and I think he will be there. He was a rookie last year, so like he was a surprise.
Yeah.
The Titans were a surprise last year to make it to the AFC Championship. Goes against all the Yahoo logic that exists out there. There's no way that anyone at Yahoo Sports was like, no, I'm sure of it, guys. There's no way the Titans are going to make it that far. Here they go. And they made it work. So, yeah, it's silly. I wouldn't give you any grief for AJ Brown. Where did you draft him really high? Is that what the issue is?
I drafted him at 4.
That's a little high, buddy. No, so
well,
here's
dude. I don't care. I got the A- draft grade.
You did.
I'm happy.
What do we know? Yeah, what do we know?
I'm happy.
But that's the thing, they could say that, because here's the thing, they probably have AJ Brown projected like really high, and all of us were like,
yeah.
Like, I have guys like Cam Akers from the Rams, where like I don't know much about him, but every expert, again, another rookie running back, where they're like, this guy's the best. Nathan Wella. Do we trust Tannehill though? Can he play like that again? I would say yeah. It's not like he played.
Yes.
He wasn't like this gangbusters, make huge play quarterback anyway. Like, that's the other thing when you watch me play Madden, it's the most boring thing you're ever going to watch. Run, play, play action. That's it.
You go 5 plays?
That's it. 5-play offense. All you need to do is rush 4 yards per carry. And that's it. That's how football works. You just need to keep running the freaking ball. Like, I'll bring in my spell halfback and just keep going. Just keep pounding it. Pound the rock. There's no need to throw the ball. Once you have the quarterback drop back, I'm already like I'm already huffing. Like, please. I used to be a Redskin fan, all right? I had to watch RG3, Mark Brunell, Patrick Ramsey. Every time anyone dropped back, I was like, this is a mistake. Give the ball to Clinton Portis. Like, it was the most obvious.
I mean, look good. Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, better be money all the time.
Thank you, Nathan Willie. Yeah, I think that's how I just. And like when I was a kid, I liked Terrell Davis and John Elway were winning Super Bowls. I never said it was John Elway winning Super Bowls. It was Terrell Davis was winning Super Bowls. Like, I always looked at the running backs as the actual reason why teams were good. Now, of course, in the modern era of the NFL where you throw the ball 60 times a game, obviously the running backs are becoming less and less valuable. But when I was, a kid, it was always like you need an Emmitt Smith or you need a Marshall Faulk. You need some of these guys that can just run the ball 3 million freaking times. Oh, yeah. After what seems like an eternity, yeah. JT finally finished painting his complete one-of-a-kind set of 5 Firefly Funhouse trading cards. Uh-huh. He's got the deal pinned on Twitter. Uh-huh. Not cheaper than, but better than a cup of coffee. Uh-huh. Thank you, JT. Absolutely. If you're a fan of Bray Wyatt, the Firefly Funhouse, just the gimmick in general, JT has put together some amazing art, some amazing trading cards. Go to his Twitter right now. Get a look at greatness and get one of these trading cards. Like he says, it's not cheaper than a cup of coffee, but it's better than a cup of coffee. Because that McDonald's premium roast shit is disgusting. The people that tell me that they like the McDonald's premium roast, they're liars, right? Is that true? Zach, does anyone actually like their shitty coffee?
Nah, man. My like off-brand underrated. Well, I guess it's not underrated, but Dunkin' Donuts, man.
Oh, classic. Yeah,
I'm down with Dunkin'.
And when we're from California, but there's not a Dunkin' within eye shot. I mean, there's no Dunkins in there. I don't know where they are. There's probably one in like Hollywood or wherever Nancy Pelosi lives. She probably has like her own little like Oompa Loompa community of Dunkin' Donuts like that no one else is allowed to have. I gotta look good. I'm going on CNN, okay? Meanwhile, Stephen Colbert's hair is like all over the place. Everybody's living it the way they're supposed to. But like Dunkin's coffee is outstanding. And today it happened, Zach. I broke vegan. I think it's over. I had a burger today. It blew my mind. Have you ever been to Wendy's? Okay, here's the thing. I had a vegan shake, which is I use the Silk cashew and almond milk. It's got 10 grams of protein, and then I put flax seeds and chia seeds. I put 2 bananas and frozen blueberries, and I make this shake. It's very filling. It's very delicious, and it's good for you. And it's got, once all is said and done, it's got about 18, 20 grams of protein in it. So people are like, how do you get your protein? That's how you do it. Chia seeds are fucking superfood. Unbelievable. So, greatness! Vleeties, there's still no sounder of me singing TikTok by Kesha. It's a good call. We might just have to replay that moment in our lives. So, absolutely. I throw up. So I have that smoothie at 7 a.m. I get another one at 11 because I'm about to go on a conference call. And I'm like, I don't have anything for lunch today. I'm kind of hungry now. I'll just have a smoothie because I got calls lined up. I'm not going to have time to make lunch. And I'm not going to go get anything because going to get vegan food isn't exciting. Like, unless you're like getting Chipotle, which is like oh my God, Chipotle. So I had this second smoothie. Now I'm sitting there on the conference call and all I can do is burp. And I start to do like I take my hat, like I wasn't wearing a hat, but I was like, I looked at my head and I just had like the beads coming down. I'm like, what is going on? Took my temperature, 99, not a fever, but like not good. And then I was on the rest of my call. I go, okay, great. So I immediately run to the bathroom and a Portland style defecation. I mean, it was like a Seattle chop chaz. Like you needed the hazmat team after this one. And I just unloaded, cleansed myself. I was like a dishwasher on drain. And I was like, okay, that's out of me. But I still had a headache. I was still really dizzy. So then I was like, do I have to throw up? So I do this thing where I have 2 bathrooms here. I got my bathroom where my wife and I use it. And then we have the bathroom in my son's room. But he's 2. He doesn't use that bathroom. So that's become my vomit bathroom. So I go in there and I just, for like 5 straight minutes, this purple blueberry banana smoothie is just coming out of me with ferocity. It was insane. I mean, I felt like I was Nolan Ryan on the hill. Like I was just letting it go. And so what ends up happening is I throw up for like 5 minutes. Then I'm like, I'm sure you've had this feeling. You know when you're like sitting in the bathroom, like leaning against the tub, like, oh my God. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. I went and sipped on some water. And then I would try to go back to work. And my head hurt. I was now empty of all nourishment. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the I'm going to go get some food. And I was like, I'm going to go to McDonald's right here in the corner. And I go, there's like 5 cars. I'm like, nope, not McDonald's. And it was almost like you know what? I shouldn't even go anyway. I should just go get something vegan. Guess what's in the same parking lot? Wendy's, bro. And guess what I like more than McDonald's anyway? Wendy's. You know why the Wendy's patties are square?
I don't know, because the counter's square.
Because they don't cut corners. So I have my double. I ordered my Dave's double. Oh my goodness! And they were like, what would you like to drink? I was like, Sprite for my tummy. They don't have ginger ale. So, and they were like, small, medium, or large. I was like, medium. I'm not a monster. So I get home, and like, first of all, my dogs are like surrounding me like wolves. Like they're like, what? We haven't smelled this since like last year, dude. What is happening around this table? So I told them, go lay down. And then I put on Trigun. Trigun is a great anime that I've been getting into. We got anime is coming back to Vleeties, by the way, everybody. Don't be alarmed. I ate this burger it was so good. I ate the fries. I forgot to ask for ketchup, but luckily I had my own bottle of Heinz. It was just this amazing lunch. And then I felt great after I ate it. I was like, okay, I'm back, baby. Let's ship some shit. And then for dinner, my wife was like, what are we having? And I was like, we got a bunch of stuff. I'll just figure it out. I made steak. I made turkey sausage. I made macaroni and cheese. I made zucchini and bell pepper scramble. Sauteed some onions. And I just ate like I just got out of prison. Like I had that meal of like just... Like, it was so freaking good. Like, even my dad was like, you should try this new diet that I'm on. And I was like, that sounds great. Steak and mac and cheese. Steak and mac and cheese. Like, I haven't had mac and cheese in a year. It's so good. And it's the Velveeta one, not Kraft. I'm an adult. So, so I don't mean to tempt you as a vegan who's allergic to most things. But I'm just saying, I'm going to Roadhouse tomorrow. I've depraved myself of Roadhouse for a long time. I've been to Roadhouse and tried to be vegan. And you know what it's like watching your wife eat a delicious steak and you're sitting there eating a salad, and when you ask them, do you have any vegan dressings? And they say no. It's like, and then no. And then do you guys?
We don't go anywhere. I've never been anywhere since I've been vegan where it's like, I mean, I think I avoid it on purpose, but I've never gone to just no. Yeah. We don't. Sorry.
No, it's 100% me going to Roadhouse. Like normally I can figure it out. Normally I am that guy. We went to a restaurant where they had a bunch of salads, and they only had the most vegan salad they had was like this chicken. It had like apples and cranberry. It had a bunch of fruit on it, and I was like, that's great, but it had chicken. So I was like, can you not do the chicken? And then they were like, are you sure? Do you want any other meat? I was like, I go, avocado sounds good. I'll take some avocado. So I had this vegan salad, and it was great. So everywhere I go, I figure it out. Breakfast places are a little bit harder because I'm like, what do you like? I'll take a tortilla with avocado and hash browns and just make that for me, and I'll eat that. I'm like the guy who doesn't order on the menu anymore. I'm like, no, I'll have this. But now, like at Roadhouse, I literally was like, what dressings do you have that are vegan? No, we don't have any. I'm like, do you guys have olive oil? And they were like, yeah, we have olive oil. I was like, I'll take some of that. Give me olive oil and pepper. I'll make it happen. And then I even asked them, like, hey, you guys have French fries. Do you guys fry those in the same oil you fry the catfish in? Yes. I was like, okay, well, I can't have those then. So you shouldn't have said it like that. So, yeah, I'm so far I feel fine. Well, I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm probably going to be dead. I'm going to be like, I should eat all that meat, all that cheese. I'm just a dead man. I'm stupid. But
your insides are going to fall out, bro.
They're going to fall out.
I just broke my damn sandal. I just broke my sandal.
As we're
I've
talking.
had these sandals for 5 years. Yeah, I crossed my legs and it caught the edge and it just broke.
I told you.
These reef sandals, I've had these for years. I'm pissed. Damn it.
I wear Adidas shoes while we do this because I never know when I'm going to need to pop up and do some shit. Like it could come out of nowhere. So I'm always on my grizzly. Like I'm always worried that something can happen at any time. So so I'm excited to be. Even my dad was like, "Yeah, meat." And you know what? Jim and them was going live tonight as well. Let's see. Nathan. Well, the sandals were needed, not wanted. So yeah, now you got no sandals. Yeah, it's so. So even Jim and them, Tom Simon, FBI agent, he had colon cancer, and he's been a vegetarian for like 30 years. And I was like, you can still get the diseases. And it just ruined my whole reason for being vegan. I was like, I had been feeling great as a vegan, but I had gotten so sick just today, really. And because my cousin was like, I feel like vegans are sick way more. And I go, I mean, it's true and not. Like, when I was eating meat, I was getting fevers a lot. And that's why I was like, I need to stop eating this. It's clearly bad for me. It's doing something. So I'm going to go back to the diet I was on when I first moved to Texas and lost 40 pounds. Meat and veggies, man. The DDP yoga diet. As many veggies as you want, not carrots or potatoes. We're adults. Corn, no, we're adults. Like, I'm talking like zucchini, I'm talking like Brussels sprouts, green beans, broccoli, spinach. Eat as much of that as you want. That's what so I'm going back to that. High protein, lean protein, like chicken. Although he did tell me he kind of rotates the pork chop, the fish, the chicken, and the steak. So I'm back, baby. Low carb. Unless it's coming from like coffee or something. But I drink Rain most of the time. Those are vegan. I could drink Bang again. Bang's not vegan. I could drink Bang.
How's it not vegan?
The BCAAs are derived from animals. See? Look, woke.
They don't have to be. They're just
Woke.
They
woke,
don't choose
woke,
to be.
Woke, 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 woke. Girls, so no, 100%. Yeah, I looked it up too because I posted like one time that I was drinking one, and someone who's my friend on Facebook who I've never talked to was like, you know, those aren't vegan, by the way.
Oops.
Yeah, and I was like, what do you mean? The BCAAs are an animal derivative. Much like when you drink like Coffee Mate, like a lot of coffee creamers, they say dairy free, but it's still a derivative from milk. It's not dairy free then.
See, but I don't go that deep, man. Like all I do is I check the label under the allergy warnings.
Yeah.
Because it'll call out if there's shellfish, milk, whatever. If it doesn't say there's milk or anything, milk or egg or anything in there, then I'm good. I don't go down the rabbit hole of like, oh, well, there's this thing derived from an animal. It's like, okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not worried about that.
I'm worried, okay? I'm worried. I was I was the same way where I would read the thing, and on things like energy drinks, it doesn't really say because it's kind of assumed there's no milk in here. You know, like this one contains, it'll say soy. I'm like, how? How do you have soy? You're not what I thought you were. And
there's soy in everything in America.
Oh, everywhere. Yeah. Well, and it's funny because like I'll go to restaurants. And I remember I went to a Greek restaurant. They had falafel, so I was like, I'll just get a falafel pita with hummus. And everyone was like, how do you know all this stuff? And then I wanted French fries, and I go, do you fry the fries in soybean oil? And he goes, yes. I go, thank you. All right, I'll have some fries. And he knew. I was like, do you fry them with any meats in there? He goes, no, we keep the meat fryers over there. It's like, dude, you get me. Hit me up with that falafel, bro. Give me that falafel. Now next time I go back, I'm still gonna get the falafel though. Some vegan stuff is better than animal stuff. I will admit it. Like,
This is
not good. Everybody.
Oh boy!
Thank you, Nathan Weller. Josh Matthews, by the way. I watched Impact, and I did not even see the title change. And they even showed today like a picture of Eric Young with the belt. I was like, I did not see that. I watched the episode, but maybe I was at work while I was watching it, so I was probably like, I'm not really watching this. Although Deonna Purrazzo is outstanding, everybody. I don't know how WWE was like, nah, can't do nothing with her. That's how Vince talks. Can't do nothing with her. I'm Vince McMahon now. No, he's probably like, damn it. We've got too many brunettes. Get her out of here, damn it. Like, that was probably exactly what happened. That's what's frustrating about women's wrestling. So with this team, with this fantasy football team, I do feel like I have a lot of young guns, which I like because normally I'm relying on like, okay, you could do this, old man. But yeah, I look at my team, like, my most elder guy is obviously Cam Newton, but even my backup is Garoppolo. I got a rookie in Cam Akers. Devin Singletary is poised for a big year now that Frank Gore is no longer in Buffalo. John Brown had a great year for me last year. He was the only receiver I could rely on every week was John Brown. So I made sure to get him again just because I feel like if I ever meet him, we'll have something to talk about. So I'm hoping that'll work out for me. Amari Cooper, excited about him. This draft, I think, went well. I'm excited to see what the season has for me. I am seriously looking at this Kevin Scampoli trade. Like, I might have to do it. But let's realistically look at it. If I get rid of Amari Cooper and then I'm starting either Juju or Evan Ingram, Because I only have space for one of them, really. Because who would sit out? DJ Chark, maybe?
But there isn't a later pick that you can replace him for your bench?
I mean, yeah. I could get rid of Robert. Nah, see, no, my team's the best. John Brown would be the expendable. John Brown would be my Jason Statham. He would be the only guy that I could see getting rid of, at least. Like that's the only position that I just don't see working out. So I have 3 more fantasy drafts this weekend. Isn't that a lot? I feel like that's way more. I normally have 2 to 3 leagues. I already have 4 already. And normally there's like a league that sneaks up on me where they're like, Vleeties, we need another guy. And I'm like, all right, I'm in. So normally I have 3. I already have 4. And like, I've done so many mock drafts today, yesterday. I just been like, not today, yesterday, the day before. I've been just balling out on like, I need to know who these guys are. I need to know who Clyde Edwards-Helaire is, other than the guy who went to LSU. I wish I was. You know what they should do for us fantasy guys is, you know, these team interviews they do at the combine. Like after the draft, they should release those to the public. Like it should go like to court records. Like you should be able to go like to the IndianapolisCourtRecords.com and they have like, okay, here's the interview with Jonathan Taylor, and then you could watch it. And because you know one of the questions they asked was if you killed a person, how would you get rid of the body? I forget who told the story. It might have been Jalen Ramsey on Rich Eisen. But isn't that an interesting? So this is a real combine interview question. I'm going to ask you, Zach. If you killed somebody, how would you get rid of the body?
I've worked in chemical manufacturing for a long time, so I know how to get rid of a body. Unfortunately,
like that would be your answer to the guys. Like, look, there's several chemicals that will erode bone, and it's actually not as hard as you think to get rid of a body. And then they would be like, "Thank you for your time," because he told us what his answer was, and it wasn't Jalen Ramsey, it was somebody else. The answer was, he said like, I would never kill anybody, and then they were like, okay, that's a good answer. Like, so yeah, you know, it was one of those trick questions where it's like, you know, so if you buried a hooker, where would you bury her? Like, no, the answer is like, I would never have a hooker. Why would I? It's a good answer. Like, you were like me immediately, like, gosh, there's a lot of desert in like Vegas. You know, like that's where my
that's what I was thinking. Is like, where's an open field near me that has some tall grass? I don't know.
Yeah, or even like, I don't know, like the ocean. Like I feel like if I dump the body in the ocean, maybe a lot of the physical.
Floats. It'll float and then it'll get brought back in by the waves. You can't do the ocean.
No. That's fine. I just don't want any. That'll wash away all my DNA. I just need to make sure there's no clues that lead back to me. I need to have. So I'll take his phone and like drive to like Pittsburgh and like tweet and use the location thing that shows like, hey, he was just in Pittsburgh. How did he wash up on the shore in L.A.? Like that. I would do cerebral things like that. So it is a man though, so you've already thought about who it was. Oh, I'm killing all kinds of dudes. Yeah, there's no way.
Or you assumed his gender, which is not okay.
That's not okay. You're right. No,
but I think you're in how many drafts?
4.
How many leagues?
4 leagues.
Oh, four total.
4 total right now. That's the thing.
Okay.
Is normally what happens is like Thursday is kickoff, right? So I'll get like the text on like this weekend's coming up. And I'll get like hey, we're doing a draft in 3 hours. You want to do it? Like, here's the thing. I go to 2 churches. I am counting on one of these churches to hit me up for at least one league. And I know that there's a good chance there will be 2 leagues that pop up because people know that I like football. So do you think that the protest will deter anybody from watching football? Are we at that point now where we're like, thank you, Nathan Weller. Nathan Weller says Edwards-Helaire caught 55 receptions. That's pretty good. For 453 yards. So I think I'm going to go. But realistically, was the NBA just sort of used to burn everybody out? And then they're like, football's coming back. And people were like, I don't give a shit if they're kneeling. I don't care if they get guys' names tattooed on their inside of their lips and go, Justice for Breonna Taylor. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, are they going to do things like that? Like, and so are you at that point now, or no matter what the protests are? I see the wall behind you. Are you watching football no matter what?
I had a thought today. I don't know.
Where'd you bury her?
I was pumped for the NBA.
For the
and I
end.
haven't watched a single game, and now I'm like, I'm never gonna watch the NBA again. Fuck them. So I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I'm like 50, 25, and 25. 25% of me believes they're not gonna make it through the season.
Really?
I think they'll do it because they're the NFL and they'll just push on. Like they don't care if people get it. I just think if they do, the season's gonna be all jacked up where they're gonna miss games and they have to do some weird thing where it's like win percentage or something for the playoffs.
We're so close.
And then-
We're so close to the election. I hate to be this guy. I think COVID's like done. I think we're done. Disney World's opening back up in November. Is not a coincidence. Like everything is opening. Everything's scheduled to be back open after November 3rd.
Well, as long as you vote for Biden, it's gonna go.
I'm not sold yet. Okay, although I got plenty of evidence why. I have to keep telling people why I'm voting Republican, which is very frustrating. Which we're saving for once we hit 10 p.m. That's when the red pill starts. But it's so much like, I mean, I got in one argument yesterday that I just like I do this every week. I feel like where it's like I need to stop just talking to
Done
people.
some dumb things.
And I'll do dumb things again. Thank you so much, Nathan Weller. Yeah, he's done some dumb things. And I do dumb things too, where I argue with people who are clearly idiots on Facebook. And, you know, well, Trump's America has riots and all this. And I go, so my response was like, you're right. Trump should have full dictatorship rights, just control Portland, control all these places with the riots, and shut them down. You're right. And then people were like, are you saying he should be
Wait, no. He shouldn't have that.
Yeah, are you saying he should be a dictator? It's like, well, you guys are saying that. You guys are already saying that. I'm just saying, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm saying, let's just go all in. Let's stop teasing the rim and just go in. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know why. I don't know why we have to keep playing this game of like, oh, Trump's such a bad man. He would already fix all this stuff. Remember Barack Obama when he ran his second time? It's the same shit. Any president that has to run for a second term has to bring up what else they would fix. Stuff changes. You know what? That wall's there, bros. Wall's there. Immigration is it's been handled. ISIS is gone. Like all of these things, like all of these foreign threats are gone that he promised he would get rid of. None of us planned that there would be all these domestic problems because people were upset about things. I'm in a league with Jason. I've told you this. And he did a Survey Monkey. There's 12 of us in this league. He's the commissioner. He makes a Survey Monkey for some rule changes, right? There's like 6 different things to change. Let's all vote on it. Let's see how the league says. Pretty much what ended up happening was it ended up being like 7-5. Like, unbelievably, all of these rule changes, 7 people all agreed, and then 5 were out of it. The 5 people who lost were throwing a fit like we had just not like Trump won. Like it was legit like this is bullshit. Like they were so upset. Like I asked for least players and you guys added a flex. I want like they want, you know, there was all these things because of COVID and people are like we need less bench. They wanted less bench players so you couldn't hold on to players like, you know, like I have like a backup. Jimmy Garoppolo is my backup, so they wanted me to not have a spot to be able to store a backup just in case something happens. So it was like, no, I just thought it was so ridiculous. Like, I agree. You have a great argument. 7-5, you lost. Democracy won, but the other side kept going in regards to, no, this is why we need to change it, guys. I don't think you heard me the first time. It's like, no, we heard you. We voted. We like it this way. The 7 of us liked it this way. The 5 of you who are still talking about it need to move on. And it was insane. It was ridiculous. I was shocked because it was a perfect example of America today, where in a democracy, when you lose, you get pissed. It's no longer like Barack wins and you're like, hey, well, whatever. Let's see what happens. Like when he beat McCain, even the joke was always like, let's see what this guy can do. I'm all right. Let's go. And
Yeah.
same with Romney. All the Republicans were like, I don't even know if I like Romney anyway. Let's go Barack. Kill it, man. Like, and then Trump wins and everyone's like, fuck America. Death to America. Like everybody's flipping out because they lost. And I don't know if that's telltale for which side is like more grown up than the other side or whatever. But oh my goodness, it was shocking to see. It was amazing. But speaking of dictatorships, which one should I go to first? Let's do this one first. We're from California. The Pac-12 has introduced rapid coronavirus testing that has response times of 15 minutes. So it looks like they're able to test these players and then within 15 minutes find out if they have coronavirus or not. Now, I wish this happened when I was forced to take 2 weeks off of work and almost missed a week of pay until the founder of the company I work for finally was like, no, this is out of your hands. We will take care of you. Like, then I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. We're going to freeze your pension. What? So, no, I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming anyway. But the jeez, voice cracked. The Pac-12, are they playing? I thought they weren't playing because they all wanted health insurance for like 2 years.
Are they? I don't know. At this point, I don't know, man.
Oh, no,
I don't know who's playing and who's. I know the Big Ten's not playing.
So it even says, like, the Pac-12 announced today that it's partnered with Quidel Corporation to implement up to daily testing for COVID-19. With student athletes across all campuses for all close contact sports, we're talking rapid. Frequent testing will significantly reduce the number of contact traces required. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. More legal jargon. Pac-12 Commissioner Larry Scott told the media, that's what he told the media, this is a major step towards the safe resumption of Pac-12 sport competitions. So I wasn't sure. I thought they were, because I remember the Pac-12 was like the ones, they were the first ones like throwing up like the hands like, no, you're not going to take care of us. We're not going to fucking play. This is all Nazi bullshit anyway. And that's what they were saying. Now, I wish my mouse would work so I can go to this next slide for you, because this is going to get heated because you like college football. And I like college football, but I think the NCAA is fucking ridiculous. Holy shit! This Bluetooth mouse is completely useless. I'm about to go grab another mouse midstream.
It's because you don't have the battery cover, dude.
I know. The battery cover wouldn't come off one time, so I finally took it off. And it's been working great without the battery cover for like a month. And now suddenly when you want to switch to this next slide, it even says down here, connection lost. It'll pop back on in a second. But
everybody donate bits for a new mouse, please.
Well, these are like $60 mice. I have another mice in there, but it's another mouse, but it's like the old one. I want to use my cool Bluetooth one. All right, here we are. It's working. So I wasn't sure if they were going to play. I know that they were saying that they wanted to get health insurance for this year and for next year. So here is my belief for all of this is getting rid of the bullshit NCAA. We don't need it. We've never needed it. Let's get rid of it. I know that you like college football, and I like it too. Let's just call it Thank you. That would have been perfect. I could have ran to the inside, grabbed a new mouse. But the Bluetooth is back up and running, thank goodness.
Everything's come to life. Bitter place and a broken dream. And we'll leave it all.
Behind. So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Nathan Weller. The NCAA has been complete nonsense since I was a kid. Like, even like a BCS championship, scholarships. Reggie Bush can't go to USC because his mom doesn't have a place to live. They buy her a house and they take his Heisman Trophy away. Like, he wasn't a good football player because they bought his mom a house. They have all these dumb rules that I can't understand why people keep. They have a stranglehold on once you leave high school, you have to go to one of these schools. You have to play at least 2 years. You have to do this. You have to do this. We're not going to give you any money, even though we're going to sell your jersey. Like, I went to Sports Chalet when USC was USC. I mean, a number 3 USC jersey for Carson Palmer was like $90, and he got none of that money. All that money went to Reebok and the school. So in my opinion, I was always like, what? Why don't these athletes get any money? And everybody's like, they're getting a free education. Like, are they? Are these guys? They're all taking home economics and shit. They're not getting an education. Like, there's guys like Andrew Luck who have their, I'm going to Stanford, but I also play football. Those guys can still do that. But I'm saying for guys like, what did Todd Gurley have to go to Georgia? Did Steven Jackson have to go to Oregon State? Some of these guys are freak athletes and are going to be outstanding once they get to the NFL. They just have to wait. Why not finally just create?
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
Dig your claws into my organs, stretch into my tendons, bury your anchors into my bones, The power of Tomcat will always prevail. Thank you so much, Daniel Tomcat. Yeah, it's just Zach. You like the NCAA? You like college football or what is it?
I like. Who likes the NCAA? I don't think anybody likes the NCAA.
Well, why do we still support it?
As an entity?
This should have been defunded way before basketball. These ratings should have crashed forever ago.
Yeah, defund NCAA. I don't know. They just have a stranglehold. I think it's stupid. I love what the NBA's doing with the developmental league and letting high school players go direct now. I think this is the first year where like you can't go straight to an NBA team, but
Sure.
you can go to a G League team, make a couple $100,000. But NFL is different. Like, dude,
But it doesn't have to be
I
that.
haven't met many high school students who could go straight to the NFL physically.
And you're probably correct, but there are times where I just think, like, especially with the NCAA, like, why don't they do it like baseball then? They draft these kids out of high school where their bodies clearly aren't baseball players yet, but they can go to a minor league team. Got another hydrate from Let's Get Spicy. So I'm going to take this sip. But I look at the NCAA as this, I mean, this is socialism at its finest. These guys have a complete control. Like, look at Maurice Claret. The guy was so ready to go to the NFL. There was no reason for him to stay at Ohio State for another year. He was already going to be a high. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is at Clemson. Everybody wants him already anyway. Let him go. He only needs to play 1 year there. Or you already know this kid's going to be good out of high school. And if he doesn't want to go to college for 4 years and even get a degree, because that's the other thing, they're getting a free education. They don't finish their education. Vleeties likes LeVar Ball's Junior Basketball Association. Absolutely. I think that college basketball is another example of such a joke. You make these kids go to school for 1 year, it really should just be, here's our developmental league. Like, guys who really still have pride and they want to go play for Duke or whatever for 4 years, let them go do that. Let them go win those championships. But this bullshit where it's like Jason Tatum goes to Duke for 1 year, Trae Young went to Oklahoma for a year. All these guys, and Trae Young still looks like he's turning into an adult. So he's still a child out there. So there's so many examples of like college is useless for these guys. So the argument of, well, it's a free education doesn't work anymore for me, at least. I don't see, did Jaquiz Rogers get an education from Oregon State? I don't think he did. Or Oregon. Where did he go to school?
I don't know, but that's like who did the commercial? Is it the wide receiver from Arizona? Well, I can't remember his name.
Anquan
Been there
Bolden.
forever.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Didn't he do the commercial where Larry? I think it was Larry where he like does the commercial where he calls his mom's voicemail because his mom died, and he's like, "I got my degree." Like 15 years later.
See,
like I agree that it's stupid. Like the argument of you're getting a free education doesn't work anymore because almost nobody goes the whole time. I mean, for some people they do. Like they play 4 years and they're done. Like I personally know people who have done that, but for all these NFL guys, like they should all be making money regardless.
Oh,
Give
sure.
them something.
Yeah, there was Chris Webber tells that amazing story. And by amazing, I mean terrible. But he was walking by the team store and they were selling a Michigan Chris Webber jersey, $80 or whatever, and he had $3 in his pocket. And he was like, I had to find a way to make this $3 work for like 6 more days. And they're selling my jersey and making a lot of money off of it. And even though it just says number 4, we still know who that is. College sports, they think they're clever. Like, oh, well, no, we'll just put this. That's why the NCAA game had to go away. Because it was like, we already know who these guys are. Just let them get paid for it. So I don't know why a free education, like these universities are such bullshit. They want to teach us 27 gender study, and they want to teach us how we're all racist. Like they want to teach us white fragility as a course. Like it's all just nonsense. There's no need to go to college anymore. You can learn everything on the internet. And there should be degrees where it's like, hey, no, it should be easy to get like a certificate. Like, hey, look, I wanted to work for fucking Pet Boys. I didn't get my degree in auto mechanics, but I did this certification online that you guys have. So I am a trained auto mechanic and I'm ready to go. Perfect. Get you in here. Let's do it. Free education, but at least it gets you ready for something. That's me being a socialist. How's that? I just saved a bunch of money on my college. I owe $69,000. So let's all remember that every time I talk about this shit. Because I think the university system is corrupt. I think it's stupid. And then when I hear these guys getting upset that players in California are, they're going to try and make money off of this. Well, no shit, they should. They should be getting paid like normal athletes. Even if you tell these guys, okay, look, you have to stay here for 4 years to be able to come here, and we'll pay you $100,000 a year, all of you players, because they're gonna they make money hand over dick for these guys. It's insane. There's no reason to keep having. And I love that people are like, well, it's about school spirit. No, it's not. Nobody cares. Look at Joe Burrow. He didn't have any school spirit. Ohio State went to LSU. Look at Kyler Murray. All these guys go to these schools and they're like, you know what? Let's move. We got to go back and play. Cam Newton. All these guys just keep changing schools. So I know that, and even Kevin in the chat, college would not even exist without these players, which is so true. You look at all the other sports that get canceled. We cannot cancel football. We cannot cancel football. That's like the big one where they're like, dudes, we can get rid of baseball, basketball, whatever. Our largest investment and our largest ROI, return on investment for all the kids out there, is football. We need to make sure that happens no matter what. So I'm all for getting rid of it. I don't think there should be an NCAA. I think that these kids right out of high school should be able to go try out for some regional team or whatever, and then we can kind of create a farm system. We can create the Vleeties Regional Football League, and you work out there, you get talent scouted, your body develops, and boom, then you get drafted by the Ravens. I mean, it's easy. You get drafted. Did he get drafted by the Ravens? Yeah, Michael Orr got drafted by the Ravens or Titans. Where did he get drafted?
Who?
The Blind Side. Where did the Blind Side get drafted?
Never seen it, bro.
You never seen the Blind Side? Nathan Welder in the
Was
chat.
it Baltimore?
He went to Baltimore eventually, but I'm pretty sure he got drafted by the Titans, I think. They should be even able to make money off their own likeness, like autographs, photos, meet and greets. Absolutely. Like, that's the big one.
Yeah, like, don't even pay them. Don't pay them. Just let them make money on deals on their own at least.
Or if you sell their jersey, give them some money for that. There's no way you can tell me that when they're selling a number 4 Michigan jersey, they're not implying directly that it's a Chris Webber jersey. When I was at Sports Chalet in Glendora and I saw the number 3 USC jersey, and I think my dad actually bought me a number 11. Number 11? No, number 7. I got a Matt Leinart jersey like a couple years later. And like, you're going to tell me, I think it was 11. You're not going to assume that that's a Matt Leinart jersey? Like, no, it's a Matt Leinart jersey. We all know who it is. Number 5.
Exactly. Why did you buy it? Did you buy a number 11 jersey or did you buy a Matt Leinart jersey? I bought a Matt Leinart jersey.
Yeah, I was like, I like Matt Leinart. Yeah. I like Reggie Bush. I like Lindale White. I want some of these jerseys from these guys. I don't care if it doesn't have their name on the back, because the name on the front is a hell of a lot more important than the name on the back. So yeah, outstanding. I need to get rid of the NCAA eventually. So I'm all for defunding universities. I'm all for defunding the NCAA. I'm all for defunding LeBron James. I think there's a lot of good things that can come from getting rid of this fucking corrupt organization. It can get rid of, I mean, imagine if we didn't have 100 college teams. Imagine if Clemson didn't get to play Citadel every year. Imagine if Alabama didn't get to play Southeast Alabama Regional every year. Like, these tune-up games are such nonsense where it's like, we know who the best 20 teams are. Just have them face off. All these other teams can fight for scraps. We can do it like the Premier League. It's like, okay, you guys all had terrible records. You're out. You guys had good records. You're in for the next season. And just keep fucking rotating them, man.
That's the thing, though, man. That's the money. Oh, Valpaca.
Valpaca with a subscription. Thank you so much, Valpaca, for coming in and subbing. You will have access to, what would Valpaca like to listen to on the exclusive Discord? Probably the cast from the past.
The Red Fraction.
Where I have to sit there and listen to myself like, oh my gosh, I got to listen to myself talk to Joe Poppy. It's really hard. And yeah, I might have to do one of those tonight. Like, I just listening to myself and him, there's like moments where it's funny and then there's moments where there's no energy. Like, you could tell I'm doing it in a house where everyone can hear me. Like, everyone can hear me while I'm in here, but at least I feel like I'm alone. And I have all these years of experience where I just come in and I'm all bubbly and I'm jumping and I do the Matt Riddle dance. Like, I just know what I'm doing now. I figured it out. I went to college. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Greatness! Shinsuke Nakamura! That should be another one that I do. Daniel Tomcat subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much, Daniel. Let's do it! One of my favorite moments in my life is Jersey Shore when he does that. So, there's plenty more to get to tonight here on Vleeties. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick minute-long commercial break. When we come back, there'll be a little bit of a song. You know how I like to do. I got to get in the mood. I'm sure we got to refill on our gallon of water because I think, listen to that voice. It's hoarse. It's so hoarse. Like, where'd my water even go? Look at this shit. I'm almost done with this gallon. I have to pee. I have to piss like a racehorse. 128 fluid ounces. You know, I got in an argument. I know I was about to take a break. I got in an argument about the U.S. is a greatness. Bro, he headbutted a wall. Kevin says Vleeties is a girl. I will not go to the bathroom, I promise. But 128 fluid ounces. So I got in an argument. And one of our friends, Anthony Clements, I'll just say his name. He, one of our other friends posted about, oh, you know, America rules because we were so steadfast in not giving in to the bullshit metric system. And that started a war about how accurate and how much better the metric system is, and how America is the only stupid country in the world that doesn't use the metric system, blah, 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 blah. So I hit him with some facts. All right? See, he didn't know this. I work in ocean containers. Full container loads, bro. How do you think, what sizes are these ocean containers, you ask? 20 foot, 40 foot. Fuck your metric system. China, they're using our system. They built those containers, and they were like, we got to make them in feet. These Americans aren't going to understand if we tell them how many kilograms or how many kilometers these containers are. Yeah, 20 foot, 40 foot, 40 foot, 45 foot, 40 foot high cube, 45 foot high cube. All of this shit is because of America, baby, and the sacrifices that all of us have made. So let's go ahead and go to break, Zach. Let's go to break, and when we come back, you've all been waiting for it. We're gonna get red pilled as fuck. Like, I've even been wondering if this is the last time we get red pilled, because it's weighing so heavily on my heart these days. How much people are I don't want to argue with people on Facebook, but people are so fucking stupid. And like when I make a
comment, you're already back on Facebook? I thought you gave Facebook up.
I logged into okay, great question. Another story. I logged into Airbnb, right? And Airbnb was, I could not remember my fucking password at all. And then it was like, would you like to log in? Would you like to log in with Facebook? 50 bits, LeBron James. Thank you so much. My name is Danimal Vleeties. What did I say? Tomcat? Danimal Tomcat. Your name's Danimal. What's up, buddy? LeBron James. What's up, buddy? LeBron's in the chat. So, yeah, so I had to log into Airbnb. And Airbnb was like, you're having trouble accessing your account. Would you like to log in with Facebook? And I said, sure, whatever. So you log in with Facebook, and then what Facebook tells you, welcome back. We knew you'd come back. We knew you missed us. And then I was like, shit. Well, I'm not going to use Facebook for anything. And then I started watching funny Hodge twins and funny Charlie Kirk videos. And then I got into fucking arguments about the metric system. I got into arguments about how people say Trump's going to stop the riots and he's a fucking idiot because the riots are already happening in his America. And I'm like, no, they're happening in these blue run states that want to make you think riots are happening all over the country so you don't vote for Trump. You want to hear a guy talk about whatever. Let's go to break. We'll get to it when we get to it. Everyone, we'll be right back. All right, this mouse is fucking up a lot, but we're gonna ride it out with this mouse. I'm gonna let it happen. There's no reason to give up on this mouse. I'm trusting it. So let's see. Now it's just red pill rest of the night. Red pill night. Red pill night. Red pill summer. Thank you so much. If you're a subscriber, you get to hear this part. You get to hear me just kind of talk through my emotions, talk through what's going on in my life. I'm doing good. I'm glad that I'm not.
This is not good.
Oh boy.
Watch out.
Like, I'm definitely glad. I've been saying Daniel. I've been saying Danimal. I'm not saying Daniel. Maybe I just say it fast. I say it fast and energetic with Scampoli energy, and people just seem to not know that. They don't understand how that all works. So yeah, it's been fun tonight. We got plenty more to get to. It's mostly red pill the rest of the way, though. So if you're not one of these guys who like the red pill stuff, dude, it's time to go. It's time to ride off. So you have that option, as you always do. This fucking mouse is unbelievable.
Was Yeezy. I mean, what's good? Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, man, and me money all the time.
Looks like you're giving a reach around right now, bro. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Well, yeah, I wasn't wearing headphones.
Dude, when you were plugging in that mouse, I said it looks like you're giving a reach around right now.
I definitely was. Holy shit. What a frustrating time with that other mouse. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, what a night. What a night we're in already. How are you holding up, Zach?
I'm good, man. I'm much better than last week. I think we went a little too hard last week.
One of us went extremely hard. Yeah, like I remember at the end of the night, I was like, Zach went for it, man. I was up till 2 a.m. with you. Like I even told my wife, I was like,
I mean, what's good? Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, man.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if I could do that again. I gotta clock in at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So I was like, no more 2 a.m.s, I promise. I will be there for the Valpaca party as much as I can, but it's gonna be from my iPad in my bed this time. Like I was like, dude, I was so worn out the next day. Luckily, I had a couple rains in the fridge. I don't have any rains tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to go to 7-Eleven in the morning or make coffee. That's gonna be what I have to do. So, as I said in the first hour, holy shit, arguments all around Facebook, all around the world. I just don't know what more to do to get people to kind of understand where I come from. Valpaca with 100 bits said, oh, because yeah, Valpaca knows after Vleeties is the Valpaca party. I mean, what's good?
Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, better be money all the time.
Hydrate. Did you notice in the comments I told him that what's skeezy is a hydrate for me as well?
I love that because that means I get 50 bits and you just take a sip of beer. It works great for me. Like, I love it. So yeah,
It's a win-win.
it's a win-win all around, all across the boards. All across the boards, we're winners. So yeah, I obviously tonight a lot of red stuff because like I prefaced. And by the way, Quigley, I mean, what's good?
Oh shit!
Thank you. Oh, what are we? Nathan, well, yeah, get another beer sippy, bro. Let me put you on the screen here. Miller Lite out of
This is how it's.
out of the aluminum pint, huh?
Yeah,
You're going for
yeah.
it.
It's the best value. Beer in Utah is not cheap, man.
Neither, dude.
So,
in Texas, it blew my mind. It's not cheap. I was shocked. I was like, I kind of miss California beer prices. Like, a 30 rack was like $16. like, what happened? Like, first of all, they don't even have 30
Bro.
here.
So you're talking about California as a 30 rack is $16.
Exactly. Yes. I think you can get a 30
What
rack.
is it in Texas?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. They don't even have 30 racks. There's no such thing as a 30 rack. You can get a 24 pack of Miller Lite for like $26, like $26.99. It's never less than $1 per beer. No matter what you get, it's normally like $1.60 per beer. I don't know who made this law, but they're a genius. Because since I moved to Texas, that's where they make their money. There's no income tax. The alcohol is just a little more expensive. Take a sip.
I'm gonna
bro.
wake up in my front yard.
There you go. You might as well. We got the Valpaca party afterwards. Like, we're in it. We're gonna get a little red pilled for the next 40 minutes, and then we'll ride off into the sunset. We'll be done by 11. Don't you worry, my friend. So this video's been going around. I don't know who posted it first, but it's one of those videos that I watched and I said, this is all I need. This is the clarification on I know why I'm voting the way I'm voting. And if you're not voting, you have the right to not vote as well. I don't like that people wear shirts that say vote or die. Like, you're a part of the problem if you don't vote their way. Like, I don't think that's correct. You have the right to not vote. I have a friend who doesn't vote because he's very religious and he doesn't think that politics play into his religion at all. And he wants to live his life by that code, which 100% I support that.
Wait, what religion is he?
I'm not going to out him. Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to say who he is.
Well, now everyone knows.
I don't know.
No, you don't know. But yeah, he says him spiritually with his religion, Jehovah's Witness, they witness Jehovah. I don't know the whole religion. He still follows the Bible. I don't get it. I don't get most religions other than mine. And that's why I'm the problem. We should read it. I'm going to write a book called Catholic Fragility. And everyone should read how I'm a piece of shit. And my favorite part of white fragility is how many times this lady says, white people resist this teaching, but we need to persist. It's like, no, you need to give up. If every white person says you're the problem, you might be the problem. She charges $20,000 to speak at universities. $20,000 That's like the most. Danimal in the chat, 18 pack of Miller Lite is $14.98 in San Antonio. Guess where I'm moving? San Antonio then. Holy shit. I'll head down to San Antonio. That's where that train kept rolling. So this video has been going around. This video changed my life. Oh, didn't change it. It validated my life a little bit because I really have been like so confused how Democrats or liberals, like a lot of our friends, still exist. Now, when I think of my most close friends that are liberal, I don't think that they're liberals. I think, and most of them don't even vote, so we can just relax. But they think that they're voting like in a heroic fashion. Like, oh no, I'm always supposed to vote this way because that's just the way to vote. That's the cool way. This is how Tom Cruise votes. So, does he vote? I don't know. That was a weird celebrity reference, but I'm pretty sure that's how Tom Cruise votes, is that direction. So for everyone who doesn't like the politics stuff, sorry, it's about to happen. But I love this video so much because it's every terrible thing all in one 3-minute and 8-second video that just makes me go, you know what? The world's not such a crazy place because someone else is seeing this. This Graham Allen, who I don't know, is woke. He is seeing what's going on.
all over the country, and maybe there will be.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
By the
Show
way,
me where it says that
by the way, Joe Biden, there's
are
no
supposed to
fucking
be
way you're
polite.
beating up Donald Trump. We can all agree that is insane that he would even suggest I would take him out behind the bleachers. First of all, we know you've been behind the bleachers, Joe. We know, all right? We get it. You don't need to keep bringing that up to us. We understand it. So it's just astonishing to me that, I mean, that's bullying right there. But yeah, Joe Biden, you are not getting a one-up on Trump. Trump is undefeated in fights under the bleachers against scrawny-ass fucking peaceful protesters. There's no way. No comparison. Why does it keep muting?
Get behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
We have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country.
Punch some people in the face.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Shouldn't that be done by a...
That lady, I mean, come on. You can't do that as a responsible human being, right? Like, I just, when I see that, I am stunned. Like, I'm like, whoa!
Bro, I can't ignore this comment. Omar got some fire turban. Quigley Johnson.
She does rock some. She knows when she's going to be on TV. She's like Nancy Pelosi getting the hair done. Like, she knows, like, okay, I need to have the good hair for this. This is Becky with the good hair.
So did the Pelosi thing really happen? Because my mom works in a hair salon, and she called me yesterday, and she's like, hey, yeah, we opened back up yesterday because Nancy Pelosi got caught in a hair salon without a mask or anything, and now the next day they're all open. Did that really happen?
That is exactly what happened. That is on our docket. That's coming up because, yeah, absolutely. All it does is confirm that she's a huge piece of shit, obviously. But to me, what it confirmed, honestly, moreover, was she's just an elitist. She's just the elite, and when they make rules and they try it, and one thing that one of my friends, Brad Thompson, what he said was, you know, all politicians lie for votes. And he was talking about Trump. And I was like, come on, man. Like, are we really going to talk about who's lying to the people? Like, I mean, I look at Nancy Pelosi and what she's clearly done. I mean, I have a video that, like, everyone's going to love because it honestly, all it is it shows her amazing, what's it called? Her district in San Francisco, which I've showed people before, is absolutely horrendous. And this is like this great leader that people look up to, and people really people cry when she gives speeches sometimes. It's like, dude, she is like the most evil person around. Like, how could you, with any sense of like dignity, support this? And that's what was driving me nuts about the salon thing. I just thought was a goof because now, and we'll get to it, but we'll just get to it now. She is suing the owner of the salon, because now here's the thing. A lot of people are like, well, she's not going to win the lawsuit. It doesn't matter. She's going to destroy that business because now the other lady's got to lawyer up. And that's her goal, is to take down this other woman.
Enemies of the state.
I'd like to punch him in the face.
I said if we were in...
It's to just make this woman spend so much freaking money on lawyers and on whatever else. And, I mean, it's bullshit, but that's her goal. And the unfortunate thing is that's going to work. Like, it's 100% going to work. And it sucks. It really does just suck. There's like no other way around it. It's like, no, it's just one of the worst things ever. So, looking more, we'll get more into that, obviously. But yeah, it's egregious. Remember that word? Egregious. So here, let me go back up. But yeah, I do like these. He's a good call on the turbans.
Should be more fearful of white man across our country.
Punch some people in the face.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Shouldn't that be done by a commission or the city council, not a mob in the middle of the night throwing it into the harbor?
People will do what they do.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Other way. That's it right there, pulling it up.
Her 3-year-old child.
Jeez.
And I will never stop saying, not only do we need to disinvest in police, but we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
Look at that shit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Does anyone believe there'll be less violence in America if Donald Trump is reelected?
Biden is using mafia talking points. The mob will leave you alone if you give them what you want. That's what it is. The mob will leave you alone, give them what you want, but it doesn't work that way, because once you give them, they keep taking. This is the extreme left's agenda for America. They want to appoint radical prosecutors.
Nathan Weller donated some bits and said that was an awesome Bray Wyatt lantern of Trump's head. Yeah, because Kathy Griffin, I remember when this happened, she did get a lot of heat for this, when Kathy Griffin's standing here with the big head like that. And she got a lot of heat and very much appropriate because, again, when Trump first got elected, people thought their rights were going to be taken away. They thought they were going to be put into camps. I need to find that video. I need to stop talking about it and actually show it to you guys. But this video is not, I mean, look at this picture. Is this the person you want to follow? Is that who we're supposed to follow? That lady up there? It's absolutely sickening. And then watching this cop get hit in the head and then people cheer. It's sick. This cop didn't do anything wrong. Other cops might have. And when you talk...
Does anyone believe there'll be less violence in America if Donald Trump is reelected?
Biden is using mafia talking points. The mob will leave you alone if you give them what you want. That's what it is. The mob will leave you alone, give them what you want, but it doesn't work that way, because once you give them, they keep taking. This is the extreme left's agenda for America. They want to appoint radical prosecutors, judges, and federal officials who will set criminals free.
Yep.
Their stated plan is to cut police funding, abolish cash bail, close down prisons, re-educate our children, preach left-wing social justice, establish a national sanctuary for criminal illegal aliens, and abolish the death penalty, even for cop killers. And basically it's weakness on behalf of Democrat politicians. The Republicans, we don't have problems. You take a look at our cities are doing very well. They're safe, they're secure. I spent a lot of time in Texas, as you know, just a couple of days ago.
Go to a red city, bro.
Texas,
That's all I'm saying.
Explaining they wouldn't put up with it for a minute. They just don't have the kind of problems that other people have.
And now what Trump is doing, which I love, and he's getting a lot of heat for it. Whenever he gets heat for something, it's like, yes, he should, because he's ruffling the system, because everyone, and hashtag yes everyone. But to hear these fucking people question, like he wants to defund these lawless cities. That's his thing. Is like all these cities that have willfully, defunded the police or have not prosecuted violent protesters. All of these cities are now losing federal funding, which is a great idea. And because in my world, they're the ones who are creating this. They're refusing aid from federal troops, from the National Guard. If you don't want that, you obviously don't want any help from. You don't want to be a part of the country anymore. That's pretty much all it's saying. So yeah, California, New York. It's funny, you get near an ocean and you start to freak out. Because I even told your wife today. I said we need to just draw a fucking line down that West Coast and just say like, okay, you guys are your own country. You guys need a green card to come into our side. I need a green card to go into yours. Whatever. That's fine. We just need to be separate. You guys are self-governing now. You guys can be a sanctuary state, and we'll build a wall. I will help fund the wall and build the wall to keep California, Oregon, and Washington separated. And just like Trump, I'm gonna put a big door in the wall. It's gonna be huge. And that's what nobody talks about. People call it the wall. It's really the door. You just have to go through the correct door to get into America. But I watched that video 6 times today, and everybody hates this Donald Trump guy he's I don't know. I look at this picture of Joe Biden, and to me it says it all. He's just the worst guy. And you're completely red pilled, but I just feel like that video needs to be seen by everybody because it is people promoting violence in the streets. They want there to be violence. All of these Democrats who are pushing for this violence, and then later on they go, well, Trump's not doing anything about the riots. It's like, you're the one starting the riots. Why don't you guys take some accountability and stop them yourself? Wouldn't that be fun if you guys had a little bit of accountability and you were able to handle your own drama, handle your own business? It makes me sick. And that's not the end of my red pill thing tonight, man. It doesn't end. It never ends with just one awesome video. It goes on. It goes on to let's dive into Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh McEnany rules, by the way. She's like the best. I don't know. Hey, great, Nathan. Well, Biden hung up the L like Zach Ryder. Yeah, he is. He does look like he's doing like the Long Island, like the LI. But Kayleigh McEnany was, of course, she just slams everybody. To me, this one of the greatest argument points about these riots is: do you think these rioters are Trump supporters? Come on, we all know what they're doing.
No,
yeah,
come on.
None of them are Trump supporters. We all know what they are. We all know who they are.
In Portland.
Let's stop pretending. Let's stop pretending that a bunch of people that have Trump flags and they're all hanging out on their boats. Let's stop pretending that they're the ones that are causing all this unrest in the street. So here's Kayleigh McEnany. Of course, she's throwing daggers because that's what she does. She just tells the truth, and it seems very harsh, but that's what's funny about the truth. It doesn't fit your bullshit narrative.
And it's so interesting to me to see Democrats who once disparaged, who ignored the violence, I should say, all of a sudden caring about it. But let's not forget what they said previously. Speaker Nancy Pelosi downplaying the violence rocking U.S. cities, ignorantly saying people will do what they do. Yep. Jerry Nadler, when asked about Antifa, he said that was a myth that's being spread around Washington, D.C. It's not a myth. In fact, an Antifa individual took the life of an innocent Trump supporter in Portland. You have Rep. Ayanna Pressley saying that she wanted unrest in the streets.
Volume 100, Nathan Weller. We're not stopping. Thank you, Nathan Weller. That scared the shit out of me, by the way. So, yeah.
That was loud.
That was very loud, but we're not stopping.
Unrest in the streets. Chris Cuomo saying, show me where it says protesters are supposed to be peaceful. I'll give you an idea, Chris. It's the Constitution. Don Lemon saying, quote, the rioting has to stop, Chris, as you know. And I know it's showing up in the polls. It's showing up in the focus groups. It's the only thing right now that's sticking. So now all of a sudden, 90 days later, I from this podium have talked about law and order. The president has talked about law and order repeatedly. But because the polling has shifted, now it's time for the Democrats to deny what they said previously and all of a sudden focus on law and order.
Yep.
I'll leave you with this. That's like the arsonist blaming the firefighter.
Boom!
The president shows up. When the Trump administration arrives in a Democrat-run city engulfed in chaos, peace is restored, law and order is upheld. Washington, D.C., New York, Seattle, Portland, Minneapolis, Kenosha. All of these cities are Democrat-run. All of these cities have experienced anarchy, violence, and destruction in recent days, the opposite of a peaceful protest.
Yep.
This is the reality facing American cities and towns across the country. This is not hypothetical. These are real people and real lives that have been impacted. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler rejected federal law enforcement in an irrational and tone-deaf letter. Mayor Wheeler might have thought he put political points on the board, but the very next day, a protester was shot and killed on the streets of his city. Before the Trump administration took action in Kenosha, businesses were burned, property damaged, and chaos was rampant. Then, nearly 1,000 National Guard troops and 200 DOJ personnel were deployed at the request of local officials.
Boom.
President Trump showed up, and law and order arrived. Nationally, according to the DOJ, 300 have been arrested and 302 charged amid riots and unrest.
Boom.
Democrats are late to the game. I've stood behind this podium and highlighted this issue for months. While this
Over
president
100
is
days.
always willing to show up, it is incumbent on Democrats to step up. Invite federal law enforcement in. We stand ready. Do not tolerate anarchy, violence, and destruction. Rioting is not right. Secure your streets. President Trump will visit Kenosha, Wisconsin tomorrow. This president will show up. He will go to cities where Americans are hurting. And with that, I'll take questions.
Boom. And with that, I'll take questions. We're on my time. Get a look. Nathan. Well, yeah, that Nathan Weller should have brought Kayleigh McEnany in to be the lawyer, because she clearly is very thorough, because that was what was wrong with MJF's lawyer. There was just not enough thoroughness there. But yeah, Kayleigh McEnany always just shows up, kicks ass, doesn't apologize for it, brings facts to the table. Michael Knowles, one of my favorite political analysts, he talks about how people rely too much on statistics. However, we live in a world now where if you don't have proof, nobody will believe you. So I always like to hear the stats, and she has the stats. And I mean, it's just facts. Facts are facts, and there's no escaping it. And when you hear Kayleigh McEnany come out and say these things, I mean, that's what I've been telling people. It's like, look, if you want to bring facts to the table, like I had somebody today. We've talked. We can jump around now. Remember the SB 145, that bill in California where if it's willing sex, then it's not illegal within 10 years. It's not a felony. And my aunt posted something about it, and she agreed with me. She was like, "This is sick." And then one of my uncles, who's a complete idiot, he goes ahead and he puts a Snopes article, who owns Snopes, by the way, and he says this is false, and the Snopes article says unwilling. So I go read the whole thing. It says willing, and no reply. I won, and I need to stop talking to anybody on Facebook because he's such an idiot. Like, to me, that's just the most lazy. Like, I brought my facts to the party, everybody. It's like, okay, well, the headlines are different. The headlines are different. The part that you guys all read are different. You only read the headline and stick on the surface. You don't go any deeper than Mayor Wheeler calling out Trump and saying there's peace in our city, and then people are shooting fireworks at his house. Like, you ignore what actually happens. You just like to hear the tasty bits. You love the headlines. You love, Nancy Pelosi was set up by the salon. No, she was not set up. She called them. And now they're bringing in the stylist who actually did the hair job. Is that what it's called? The hair job. Gave her a hair job. And now they're bringing in the stylist to turn against the business owner, to kind of like, hey, look, we're gonna grease that palm, buddy. You could do my hair for the rest of your life. You just gotta throw your boss under the bus. We'll make you a millionaire, my friend. What's good? That's a Miller Lite break. Let's see that tasty Miller. There you go. Yeah. So,
yeah. Confirm for them, since they can't see me, that I am taking a drink every time.
I switched.
Oh, now they can see me.
Yeah, I'm switching. I make you appropriate.
Dude.
As soon as the sounder starts, I hit the button.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You are a pro at what you do. I appreciate you.
See, I'm trying my darndest. I'm like Nancy Pelosi. So it's just, I get into these debates and I get into these things, and it's like everyone brings their facts to the table, and it's just like, oh my God. What's good? Hit the button. Check my watch, better be money all the time.
Cheers.
And he might have responded by now, but he always posts the dumbest shit, and I just kind of let him go. But like today, I wrote on someone's post and I deleted it, and I sent a message like, look, I need to stop. What's good?
Cheers.
That Valpaca stream is going to be lit. We're going to be tipsy in there. Yeah, I'm no Miller's tonight. I got to wake up so early, and I remember the other day I was feeling so shitty. Let's see. Uh-oh. Why is Greg Chidley writing stuff? I watched both. Oh, yeah, he's just, all right, that's different. He comments on stuff for me. So yeah, when I listen to facts, I hear facts and I go deeper. People read headlines and then wonder why. What? I thought my Snopes said this. Well, your Snopes was wrong because you picked the wrong article, you idiot. So let's keep going. When people bring it up to me, I had a slide for Kaylee. Forgot this. She doesn't look as good in the slide as she did in the video. And I titled it "The Man" because she's like Becky Lynch. She's just the man. She shows up, pwns people, and then goes, "And now I will take your bullshit questions." Like she knows, and they all sit there smug with their mask on, like the president said this.
I mean, what's good? Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, better be money all the time.
Yeah, it's astonishing.
Label out. Cheers.
Miller Lights, the champagne of beers. I think it's Budweiser. But either or.
What? Come on.
That's what they call
Miller
it.
High Life, bro.
Oh, that's right. That beer tastes like shit, by the way. It tastes like piss. It's like a nice cold piss. It's like you take a pee and you freeze it. Being the elite, Nancy Pelosi. I should have queued up the song. Here, I'll play the song so we can dance a little bit. She is just the worst fucking. Now, people like her. I don't understand why. She's clearly evil. I love the This is it right here.
You slap a the bass, man.
Party, super kid, Nathan Weller. I gotta watch a Discord video for Maddie. Okay, so this is Nancy Pelosi. She's clearly being the elite. She is the elite. She's a rich politician that wants to control all the money. I want to control it all. I want you all to be dependent on the government. Yeah. She sounds like Vince McMahon. So,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You sound exactly like Vince McMahon.
She has a lot of Vinnie Mac in her. I don't know where she gets it, but she is clearly a Bond villain, and for some reason people still like her. I don't understand it. But the best part is I don't have to because I don't live there anymore. So, what I would like to do for everybody here is to show you what San Francisco looks like. So, San Francisco is where, first of all, that's where Chinatown is, where she stood in Chinatown when Trump put the travel ban in to try and slow COVID. And she's like in Chinatown. She's in Chinatown going like this. Let me show you. I'll show you exactly what she did. I think I have the video up. Yeah, she's absolutely terrible. So this is a footage of our good friend Benny A. Johnson, man on the ground, just like Andy No. Whenever there's a protest to be had, we have Andy No to keep us sane. So this is Nancy Pelosi. This is what she doesn't want you to see because this is her district. So when you think of a politician who's in D.C. all the time, you wouldn't automatically go what does it look like where she lives? Well, let's show you. So this is the part that Nancy. I mean, what's good? Bitches, you blind. Check my watch, better be money all the time. I don't have the Geezy cam ready, so you're gonna have to take his word for it on that one. There's no Geezy cam when I have to use. I need a third monitor now. So okay, here we go. But because even this, this is what Nancy Pelosi doesn't want you to see. Benny on the block. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I am Benny from the block. This sounds like a hot track about to drop. What's sad is this actually looks a lot like Los Angeles. So, yeah, this is San Francisco. This is right in the middle of Nancy Pelosi's district. So when you hear that the Democratic Party wants to help you, just keep this in mind. I noticed...
These people never seen Skid Row, man?
I guess so. Hey, people, it's a myth how it all happens. It's Trump's America. That's the argument. Yeah. Trump's America. All these homeless people here. This guy's playing the wrong song for this video. Let me mute this real quick and let me just cue up the right song Because clearly we all know what song should be playing. We're talking about Nancy Pelosi, right? And what's Nancy Pelosi?
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking more Drowning Pool, but we can play this one.
Kick Party! Super Kick! Nancy Pelosi, guys.
Go vote, please. Go vote.
Vote blue. Reform.
Hey, you notice all the tents are blue, though.
Oh, good call. Amazing call by I think Nathan. Did Nathan put that? Yes, Nathan did that. All right. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this scene, obviously it's horrific, but yeah, this is her America. This is her district. This is when she's in power. This is what it looks like. So, and I know that the arguments I've been in with some people online, it has been like, well, it's Trump's America, but are you saying the president doesn't have any power? I'm saying that we still have city government and state government. Let me see. So we still have city government and state government. So it's just
those people don't understand what conservatives even stand for.
Right.
Local government is supposed to have more power than the president.
Yeah, we're trying to give power to the people. I mean, that's all it is. So here we go. Let's try it now with this new track.
Yeah. I like it.
So far, it plays well. San Francisco, baby. This is so homeless people can take showers. They got little faucets for them. Look at this fucking place, dude. This is California. This is where they want to vote blue. Oh my God. Oh, they're going to cross out United States. Yeah, no shoes. He had to put that in there, huh?
Shame.
Okay, well, I definitely have to make a supercut of that. That's genius. That goes way too well with that. Like, I'm shocked that now it all makes sense. That Nancy Pelosi just wants you to let her in. Like, that's really all it is. I feel like Benny might have another video where we can, like, I can just do that again because I thought that was outstanding. I am shocked by how good that worked. Like, there's no reason that should have worked that well. And
dude, that would have been really good on the
other video.
Protesters. Yeah, the one where the girl gets punched and they're driving through gates at the parking lot. That'd be
Yes.
really good.
That song should have just played the whole fucking time. But yeah, oh my gosh, what a great moment. But yeah, so she does go and get her hair did because obviously she was going to be on CNN that night. So to her, she had to go get her hair done. She had to look presentable. I mean, obviously she's a public figure. You know, she can't look like a normal person. She's the elite. The elite don't look like normal people. The elite look like the elite. So to her, it was like, no, I can't just be a commoner while I go out there. Why are you guys even suggesting that I would be just a commoner? So, so it doesn't work out too well for Nancy Pelosi. She goes and gets her hair done. Apparently, what her story is that they said I would be the only one there, which still doesn't make it okay. They were forced to be shut down because of you.
You can't be the only one there if there's somebody there cutting your hair.
Exactly. Yeah, and they were trying to make it seem like, they opened it just for me, and it's like, no, well, they still. So yeah, and then she wasn't wearing a mask because elected officials don't need to wear masks, which is just more. It's just more being the elite. That's all it is. Like it's all just her being the elite. Now the fact that she's suing the owner of that salon for going on Fox News and telling the true story, telling what happened. Now she's suing her because obviously that's going to bankrupt her. That's going to take away all of her money, and there's no way that this lady has enough money to fight Nancy Pelosi in court. So it's going to ruin her. And you know what? I think that people will. I hope people stand up for her, like they stood up for Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake got $2 million on his GoFundMe. Like, are you kidding me? Who makes this guy a GoFundMe? It was astonishing. And I don't know. Like, to me, she's clearly a Bond villain. I think even Joe Biden isn't as bad as Nancy Pelosi. I think Nancy Pelosi might be the worst one. Like, she might be the actual... She is the straw that stirs that motherfucking drink. But, yeah, after watching a downtown snippet of her district and how she takes care of her people, I mean, I think that's plenty enough. So I know what I need to do is I need to put that video to that song and put that on Facebook for the world to enjoy. Although... everybody's all mad. Let's read what Greg Chidley wrote. I didn't even write it, but let me see. Because I didn't even read it because he's just, sometimes he just gets under my skin, man. Sometimes he does it. A lot of people have been doing that lately. I need to let it go. I'm off all my meds. I stopped taking all the meds. They were just making me tired and sad. Now I'm awake and angry. It doesn't go. Let me see. The fact of the post is, let me see. 6 more replies. Did he delete it? He deleted his comments. He's smart, man. I'm done talking about this shit with everybody. But
he's smart, man.
Yeah, smart, man. He deleted it. Unless I just don't see it because I'm a fucking idiot. But I have a
few... we're 3 minutes out. People have paid bits to watch Maddie Spice's video.
Oh, bits have been paid. Okay. Yeah, he deleted his comment.
You also missed a Macho Man impression from Quigley.
Oh, yeah. B elite. BB elite. B elite. BB elite. Yeah. Super kick party, Super kick. I'm not on camera. You're on camera the whole time. Super kick party, People saw me now, so we gotta go watch the Quigley video, I hear. So let me go into Discord. That means I'm gonna minimize Zach. We're gonna go get this video from Quigs, from Brad. Brad's a good guy. He helped me with my car insurance last month. That was huge. Sometimes I forget at auto drafts, which I should just cancel my freaking car insurance. I don't even drive anymore. I drive 7 miles a day, like once a week. So let me see. Where's the video at? I don't see it. I don't trust it. Super kick party. Super kick. Super kick party. Super kick. Oh, is this the okay, she's got a some sort of a knitted turban on. So let's see. I want to get it up to that screen. For some reason it's not letting me. Hurt. Heal. Where's my, there it is. Catching fires. This is the Quig vid. Or no, who put this in here? Quigley? Oh, it's in the red.
It's Maddie Spice.
Maddie Spice. It's not this video then about the woman that tells Biden she was given a script. Is it that one? Am I in the wrong?
Yeah, it's supposed to be that one.
Am I in the wrong Discord? No, I'm in the Red Faction.
You're supposed to. It's in Red Faction. Yeah.
Now we're at the end. I don't have to try and be a host anymore. Catching flies in his mouth. Does that song play while she's talking like this? Oh, it's only 16 seconds. Okay. We can do a 16-second video. Let's see. Samsung display transfer.
Hello, my name is Portia Bennett. I'm just going to be honest, Mr. Biden. I was told to go off this paper, but I can't.
What?
You need the truth. And I'm part of the truth.
Get her. What's the truth? Why would it go away? Why would you do that? Why would you put a teaser in the Discord? There's got to be more. Is that it? What's the truth? Did she go?
So the point of that story is Biden only gets asked questions off a script. And she said, I was supposed to ask you this question, but I can't because I need the truth.
You have more to hear from our community.
Boom!
Portia, would you like to come forward and lead us in the next round of conversation, please?
Yeah, I got a question.
Heavy covers bragging about you.
Hello, my name is Portia Bennett.
Fire turban.
I'm just going to be honest, Mr. Biden. I was told to go off this paper, but I can't. You need the truth.
You need the truth.
And I'm part of the truth. I was born here.
Well, hard stop. Pause it. Pause it.
Why would there ever be a hard stop when it's just starting? What?
How does she get the N95 underneath over the turban, but then the outside black mask over her ears under the turban?
I think she goes turban first, and then she goes the white mask, and then the over mask. And I think the over mask was put on last.
But the over mask is under the turban.
Yeah, just on the ears. You hook that ear. You could see the bottom of her ear. I think that she got there and they were like, hey, whoa, you need to be wearing a black mask. What the hell? You have the medical safety one? We need you to have a cheap looking one that says...
You're right.
That says AK. Is that what it says? I don't know what it says on there.
First
it's black with no C.
That was named after his mother, so I have to give you the truth of the people. And the truth of the matter is, we are heavily angry.
Ooh.
Not angry as to where people say, oh, they're protesting. There's a difference between a protester and a rioter. A very big difference. We protest to get our voices heard. We protest to show that not just blacks are tired of what's going on. As you can see, there are blacks, whites, Muslims, Chinese, Hispanic that are out there. We came together to help get this community together as well because we live here and we want it to stay the way we've always had it. But the changes that we want has to be more in effect. We hear so many people saying, oh, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that. But we have yet to see action. And I was always raised to go off action and not words, because you'll be let down every single time. And the action we want are hold these officers accountable to the same crimes that we get held accountable to. If I was that officer, I would be under Kenosha County Jail right now. If I was these officers who commit these crimes, because if a medical examiner if a medical examiner does their job and says, oh, I'm ruling it homicide, that's murder. Damn. Why are they not being done the same exact way that me or my brothers and sisters out here in this world are being treated? Why are there more police officers in the black neighborhoods than in other neighborhoods? Why are we more targeted than anybody else? We walk somewhere, automatically it's you fit the description. We wear something, automatically it's, oh, you're a bad person. I'm only 31.
This is not good. Oh boy, watch out.
Thank you, Quigley.
Within these last 2 years, to say I'm tired. I'm a mother. My oldest is 13. My twins are 9. I do this because I want their future to be better than what I have.
Oh boy, watch out.
Thank you, Nathan Weller. Thank you, Quigley.
Because my present is not good. But I speak because I want the truth heard. And I speak for the people in this city because I live in this city and I'm out here with these people. A lot of people won't tell the truth, but I'm telling the truth. It's not what a lot of people think it is for us. We want the same exact rights as others. We want to be treated.
But is she laying it down on him like, Joe, this is also your fault? Like, is she so woke that she's against like how woke people pretend to be?
This one's long, man.
Whoa, what, you stopped listening?
No, I was listening. It just started, like, she started rambling a little bit. Like,
what do you mean rambling? This is your struggle. You're the problem. You're the trumper that just goes, fuck it, I'm done.
White privilege.
This is a long video.
I'm checked out, bro.
I don't have time to listen to her struggle.
It's not just a headline. Like, I just want the headline. I don't want anything else.
See, when people share me videos and then there's like a long one, I'm like, dude, I gotta dive in. I gotta full court press this motherfucker hard. So yeah,
everything she's saying makes sense, but I think
what I'm waiting for is that moment to where either Joe Biden says, you know, like, well, that's why you need to vote for me, or she says, no, look, you've been in power. Isn't he from? Where's he from? Pennsylvania? Like, he's from like this area. I don't know if that counts, but it's just I like that she's coming out and telling Joe, like, you need the truth. This is what life is like. So, like, and honestly, I don't think this person has time to go vote. That's the other thing is people talk about voter turnout. Dude, she just said she has a 13-year-old and 2 9-year-old twins. She goes somewhere and gets stopped. I mean, it's a fascinating story because I like that she's not just blaming it on Trump. At least that's what I've gotten from, I don't know, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Nathan Wella, he says, this is where we need someone in the crowd to say, good story, bro. You guys are mean. I'm enthralled. I'm fucking sitting here drooling watching this video, and you guys are like, fuck it. Move on.
Try and find Biden's response.
No, we're just going to move on. We're moving on. Let's go back to playing the Fiend song and watching a 3-minute clip of San Francisco. God, we're finally getting some real news. This is on C-SPAN, and I'm like, dude, wow. Like, what a story. We knew she was going to read from the card because it's obvious that's what's happening to Joe Biden. On Tuesday he was, so this is another tweet, Andrew Clark. Tuesday he was caught using a teleprompter during a live interview. Today he's caught giving a voter a script. It's almost like Joe Biden is terrified of being asked questions because he is. He can't handle a real question. Him and Kamala Harris are trying to spin this violence and blaming it all on Trump, but people are awake. All of this violence is happening in these blue states where they're helping people. It's completely ridiculous. So I don't know. I was fascinated because I really wanted to hear.
Quigley says finish it. Just finish it, but put the Fiend "Let Me In" the background, just very low.
The whole time where he's like, "Let me in." Let me see. There's other stories here from this JoshWho.net. JoshWho.net. He's even saying Tara Reid. I might have to bring this up on the screen for everybody. Or it might be too long for you guys, but let's just see. We got Joe Biden. What we know about Tara Reid's sexual assault allegation against Joe Biden. What do we got now? We got Nathan. Sorry, Vleeties, I didn't mean to ruin her promo. That's true. She's cutting a promo, and you guys are chanting, what? My twins are 9. What? That's what you guys were doing. But let me read this real quick. The timeline of the alleged assault allegation in 1993, former Vice President Joe Biden was a powerful senator. Having been in the Senate for 20 years at this time and the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Tara Reid, 28, joined the office late 1992. Entry-level staff position. One of her jobs was managing the interns. Okay, yeah, we know he's going to run for president. He joked about criticisms a few days later. Reid was one of those women saying that at least 3 times Biden put his hands on her shoulders and the base of her neck. She also said she was asked to serve drinks at a reception and overheard a colleague suggest that it was because she was pretty and Biden liked her legs. She told the Post that she complained to supervisors and was asked to look for another job. In an interview with the Post at the time, she does not mention sexual assault, and she gives varying reasons for her departure from his office at the time. Early in 2020, Bernie Sanders. Reid was vocal supporter of Bernie Sanders. Let me see. From her interview in April. Okay, here we go. He put me up against the wall, took a bag, and reached up underneath my skirt. I remember 2 fingers. It was such a nightmare. She asked, did you want to go somewhere? Or yeah, he asked, do you want to go somewhere else? She didn't pull away. Come on, man. I thought you liked me. Or that's what he says. Jeez, you're okay. The fucking guy. So yeah, he raped a chick, but who cares? If he got shot, we would cancel a game for him. That's what we get for Joe Biden. Nathan, well, she didn't even get to the part where she feeds her kids orange dye.
Orange dye.
You guys are crazy. You guys have gone too rogue. You guys have gone way too rogue. Here in Nathan Weller's America. Holy shit. But what is Sam Moretti? Thank you so much, Quigley, for that amazing video. We're all a lot happier for it. I'm shocked. I'm going to watch the rest of it. I know
it was Maddie Spice. Don't blame
Quigley. Did a great job. No, Maddie Spice, I liked the video. You guys are the ones who didn't like it. You guys were like, boring. I was enthralled. I'm going to watch it later without you guys because apparently it's not funny enough. There wasn't enough theme music playing. So that about does it, though. I think we about did it. Do you think we did it?
You didn't do it because I redeemed the karaoke, bro.
What was the karaoke? I didn't even see it.
Beastie Boys Sabotage.
I don't see it on here. Oh, karaoke time. What's Geezy? Beastie Boys. It's a sabotage. Can't stand it. I know you planned it. Let me see. I don't know all the words, so let me see. Beastie Boys. Sabotage. The Saboteur.
I'm going to grab a beer while you find the lyrics so I can enjoy this.
Can't stand it. I know you planned it. All right, here we go. We're going to get that done. So remember, everybody, this is karaoke time. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. You're just in time if you are just joining us for Beastie Boys Sabotage Karaoke. I better get a water break before I get it. And what an amazing time we've had tonight. Follow me on Twitter at Vleeties. Also follow me on Instagram at RealVleeties. Make sure that you are subscribed on iTunes, or now it's called Apple Podcasts. Make sure you're subscribed on Spotify if you use an Android phone. I don't think you can get Apple Podcasts on the old Android phones. I have an LG 4 that I still use every once in a while, and just to broadcast stuff to my TV. And yeah, Spotify works on there. It doesn't have any Apple stuff though. Apple Music was available, but it didn't work very well. What else we got? We got tomorrow night. Immediately following SmackDown is SmackDown's third hour. Join Kevin Scampoli on twitch.tv/TWFS. Let's get this water. I almost drowned. It went down my nose a little bit. Can't stand it. I know you planned it. Those are the words, right? I don't know all the words.
Yeah, you got it.
I think those are the words. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Hurt! Heal! I wish it was that. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Turn it up a little bit. A little bit louder in my headphones, please. Who played drums for them? They weren't musicians. Can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'ma set it straight. This Watergate. Oh, I can't stand fucking when I'm here. Cause the crystal clear ball just ain't so crystal clear. So when you sit back and wonder why I get this shit thrown in my fucking side. Oh my God, it's telling Mirage and telling y'all to sabotage. Oh, they give me backing vocals. 7-bar. Who's playing guitar? So, listen up, cause you can't say nothing. You'll shut me up, down, push your button, but yo, I'm out, and I'm gonna die, tell you now. I keep it on and on. I didn't know that part at all. I was like, where's the sabotage part? Cause you might see what you might not get, and we can't bet, so don't get your soup. Yeah, soup. Scheming on that thing, Mirage. I'm trying to tell you, it's a sabotage. 18-bar instrumental. I'm gonna thumbs down this karaoke video though. They don't tell you the lyrics soon enough. It switches screens and you're like, whoa! Isn't that the part? That's not the part yet. It's coming up though. That bass is funky. How do you breathe that long? Our backs are now against the wall. Listen, all y'all, it's sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Can't stand it. I know you're playing it. I must say this trick, this border game. Oh, can't stand it. Rocking, I'm in this place. Cause I feel disgrace. Cause you're all in my face. But make no mistakes. And switch up my channel. I'm Buddy Rich when I'm flying off the handle. What it could be, it's a mirage. You're scheming on that. That's sabotage. Yes. Yeah, I thumbs down the karaoke because it would give me like 3 lines and then it would like switch at the very last second. So it'd already be halfway through the next line. I was like, that's not a good karaoke. I need to know multiple words before what the next word's gonna be. That was like don't forget the lyrics, and I was like, oh, I totally don't know the lyrics of this song. I would have lost all my money to Wayne Brady right then and there. Do you remember that show? Am I crazy? Does anyone else remember that awesome show?
Hey, I don't. I mean, we don't want to go all night, but Wayne Brady's the GOAT on TV.
Wayne Brady's the GOAT. Let's see. Let's wrap up this podcast and ride off into the sunset. They're giving me the damn go home cue. Yeah, I've been told this is about the length. Even this is like too long. I'm like, I wanted to be like a 90-minute thing, and it's just never going to be that one. I just got too much to say. There's just too much to say. There's too much to go on. I could have watched that whole video of that lady, but we're in a hurry. We got Valpaca. We got a hydration. We got to hydrate.
Cheers.
Tap water. That's how you get stronger, is to drink the tap water. It's got a trace amount of arsenic in it, which is very poisonous, but it's just a trace amount, so you're fine. It just boosts your immune system. It's like taking a B vitamin every day. It's good for you. So, like I said, they're giving me the go home cue. It is time to wrap up this podcast and ride off into the sunset. We're going to raid Valpaca before we go, but make sure that you are subscribed. Apple Podcast, Spotify. Make sure you are subscribed on Twitch, because I'm not sure yet. There's another podcast coming out that involves me and the returning Hunter DeSander. Now, Hunter was the original co-host for Vleeties, several episodes, and he's making his return. He's going to come back. He's going to come back with me, and we're talking about your favorite subject, everybody, anime. We're falling back into the anime hole. I've been watching Trigun. I want to watch the Berserk movies. If you have any other suggestions, Sonic Gino's been hit me up on the Discord. I'm going to create a new Discord server tonight for anime. The anime hole is coming back. Nathan Weller's saying boo to the anime hole. I think he just means make it free. I think it should be free. It should be free. It's only going to be a half-hour long show. We're going through all the details right now. Subscribe this weekend. I'm dropping a new cast from the past. We're going to finish up listening to the first ever episode of the Slam of the Week. And then I'm going to watch Bailey and Sasha with Zach. Let's coordinate. We still got to plan that out. Probably do it sometime tomorrow. And everybody, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. It's time to get set for the raid. Zach, any final words on this fine evening?
Oh, we did it, man. We kept some time down. We won't be with Valpaca till 4 o'clock in the morning, so let's do it.
I think that's a good sign. I think we did it. So thanks again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hang out for a few seconds, and then we're going to raid Valpaca. And make sure you ask her about the orange dye.
A hype train instantly as soon as we join? Yeah.